In this video, I'm going to tell you about 10 questions that girls have for guys and that we want answered. And so what would be freaking amazing is if you comment down below your answer to each of the questions. Just make a little list 1 to 10 and give us your answers and your perspective on these questions.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video, and today we're responding to a video titled 10 Questions Girls Have for Guys. But before we crack into it, guys, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. The link for that is in the description. But yeah, we got this video, and for some reason, I feel like Chronic has covered this lady before. So I'm just getting those bad vibes, you know what I mean? But let's see what 10 questions she has for men.
I want to know, I'm so curious about all of these things, but you could also do if you want to, if you have time and you want to add something on, you could also ask questions back to girls. So things that you want to know about girls, but in the next video. So yeah, I'm just going to get into these questions. Let's get started. I'm very excited to hear from you guys what you think. Question number 1 is, what's the most common thing that girls do that make guys lose interest? This is really interesting because sometimes I feel like you're dating a guy and suddenly things just kind of go south. Like it seemed like it was going so well, and then suddenly you get ghosted or just interest. You can feel it like lacking. Like,
Dude, I find it so funny when girls ask that question as if they don't know why. You know, it's like it just genuinely stumps them. How come he's not interested in me? How come I get ghosted? How come he sees me for intervals of 40 minutes for a week, and then he doesn't see me anymore? You know what I mean? It's it's so perplexing to them. It's so perplexing. But in order to answer a question, guys, the quickest way you can turn a man away from you is I would say act like the town bicycle, basically. See, guys don't want to commit to things that are not worth the commitment. And if if you're out here giving your soul to every Joe, Jim, and Bob on the street, then you can get the attention of a guy for a little bit, but not for very long. So it's really funny when these people come on camera and then they talk about, oh, how come his interest didn't last? It's because you lack integrity. You chase shiny objects. You chase Chad. That's why it's really not that hard.
what is the thing that made the guy lose interest all of a sudden? I want to know your perspective on this. Let me know. Number 2, what are some things that girls say that piss you off, like that make you angry, or just things that girls do that just grind your gears?
I can't speak for every guy in this space, but nothing. I see the thing is, I don't really expect anything. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Like I see a lot of guys on this side of the internet. They're just shocked and appalled and surprised. Guys, we're no longer surprised over here. You know what I mean? We've seen it all before. We're not surprised. We know what divorce courts do. We know what relationships can do if you don't treat them correctly. And that doesn't mean, get her a handbag. I'm not using that sentence like that. You don't treat relationships for what they are, which is a biological exchange. I mean, good luck to you, my friend. Keep buying her expensive gifts, telling her she's pretty, sending those good morning texts, and you let me know how that goes. But you know, Jesus.
I think that's the saying. Yeah, so what are some things that girls say that you're like, oh my god, I wish they would stop saying it because it's so freaking annoying? Number 3, if a girl triple texts you or quadruple texts you or whatever, is that a turnoff or is it not?
I mean, here's the thing. For a lot of guys, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, a lot of guys, the more attention, the better, because most guys cannot get access to good partners, quote unquote good. They can't get access to girls. Period. Most guys cannot. Um, or the ones that can, they get access to very few. They'll get a girlfriend and they'll think they're a giga chad because they got a girlfriend who's they got the girlfriend when they were like 16 or whatever, and then they both slowly gained weight until they're like 26, and then they want to tell you how much they slay. No, but look, like, um, goodness me, I already forgot the question. I just woke up, I went to the gym, and now I'm here. What did she even say?
If a girl triple texts you, a turn.
Oh yeah, so the triple texting, most guys will not care. In fact, most guys will want it because they don't get the attention elsewhere. So you know, the one risk you do run obviously is that if you do this as a girl, you're you run the risk of coming off easy, and if you come off easy, then I mean, it kind of affects the commitment you can get in the long term, kind of thing.
Turn off, or is it not? Do you feel like
Depending on whether you're dating chat or a beta, basically.
it's too much and it gets annoying, or do you feel like it's really nice that a girl texts a lot and you want that from her? Let me know. Number 4, this might just be a bit of a funny question, but this is something that I genuinely wonder so much. But do you ever feel like you would like to have a handbag too? Because
No, this is a really dumb question. We're going to go to the next one.
it just feels like it would be very annoying to have stuff with you around like a backpack, a lot pack, or not feel like that would make life easier. Do you think that girls and guys can be just friends? Now, and I mean like actually just friends from both sides of the story. I know that
The answer to that is no. Um, you see, most guys they hang on to friendships with girls because they're waiting for that one opportunity when she breaks up when her boyfriend messes up, when the guy she's seeing messes up, and then hopefully that guy's usually hoping that he can be a bit more than a shoulder to cry on. That's how that works, right? Um, but in general, no, because there's going to be some attraction somewhere, and if you don't have see if the guy doesn't even have any attraction for the girl, then what's the point as well, right? Like I'm not going to be friends with a girl who's overweight and not attractive to me. If you feel me, like it just doesn't make any sense. So there has to be like a base level of attraction there, I would argue. Um, but lots of guys that have different perspectives on this, but I would say no. See, the thing is, like, if you've got a girlfriend and all her got lots of guy friends, I mean, how big of a red flag do you need, right? Like, if treating that as anything other than a red flag is a bit silly.
all of us have a friend of the opposite, gender, or even if you're attracted.
Yeah, some of you have like 20, but that's beside the point. But guys see through that, so let's see what else she's got to say.
From either side or whatever. I'm not trying to say that everyone is straight, of course. So same goes for if you're a guy.
Yes, the obligatory don't worry, I'm all about equality.
One is always going to be attracted to the other. Number 6, what do you look for on a girl's social media? If you go on her social media account, what kind of pictures do you look for? What are you looking out for? What kind of pictures do you like? What kind of pictures do you not like? Do you look for her bikini pics or do you not?
Preferably she has very, very minimal, if any, social media at all. Like it's gotten to the point where look, everyone has social media at all times. Um, but if they've only got like 3 pictures up and 2 of them are food, and then one is where she's looking pretty but she's not like super dressed up, that's ideal. Right? You don't want a girl who's like I've covered videos on this channel before where I've gone over different people and I've pulled up their Instagrams because they always plug their Instagram in the description, um, and often talk about it at the intro. But look, the more pictures you have, basically, and the more of yourself as a girl you have, uh, that's a red flag. Because what it is it's for guys who are actually willing to see it, it's an invitation for her to monkey branch to other guys. See, like Instagram is a dating app. I don't think anyone like most people don't seem to get that, guys. Instagram is a dating app. It really is. And when you've got access to thousands of dudes on there, like literally thousands, I'm not even exaggerating. You know, tens of thousands if you're in a big city, if you're in like a dense city. Um, you got access to all of this. So, if you want to exercise your access to that, sure, go for it, but it's not anything other than a red flag. But you see, like, but the thing is, right? Got this whole generation of men growing up being taught the. You see, this is like a gradient, right? Like, social media, red flag, tattoos, red flag, and then it goes all the way up to like open relationships and being cucked on that level, right? But men are being raised to accept the 10% cucketry, the 20% cucketry, the 30% cucketry. They're being raised to accept all of these things that are basically gateway hypergamy, what it is. Um, so you can choose to not to not notice that if you want, or you can choose to listen to these people and actually be blinded. But let me put it this way: your girl's going on a girls' night out, to a club. She's not really your girl. I mean, she's not your girl anyway, as we all know. But like, she's double not your girl if she's going clubbing. And they'll say, "Oh, I just want to hang out with the girls, have a couple of drinks, do it for myself." Like, guys, we all know that's BS, right? But see, you're the bad guy if you say, "Nah, listen, that's not a good flag." But the same thing with dating apps. The exact same thing with dating apps. Dating apps are a red flag as well. I mean, sorry, Instagram and stuff like that are red flags. Um, because yeah, what it is it's like it's a no fault way of receiving DMs from the occasional Chad and being able to follow that line should you mess up or should you not mess up, honestly. Um, but yeah, that's exactly what that is. But anyway, guys, I think we will leave it there. A bit of a low energy one today. Just did some legs. My legs are absolutely killing me. And leave your comments below, guys. I want to see your answers to these questions. Those questions that she asked. But anyway, guys, it has been Taylor the Fiend, boys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
It's the way that they